Hey everyone. So today we're going to have another AI discussion because I swear more and more weird shit comes out literally every week. And I know there's a lot going on with our government right now, but I just can't talk about Biden today.
Me
Just,
either. Ugh.
yeah, we need to talk about somebody else. So we're going to talk about some more fun AI stories. So this one was reported a couple days ago by Fox News, and it was talking about how AI is now capable of replicating smaller AI systems without any kind of human intervention. So this is according to research that was published last Friday, which indicates that larger AI models like ChatGPT can now create smaller, more specific applications that you can use in everyday life. And I guess this is part of a collaboration between a company called AI Zip Incorporated, along with scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and several University of California campuses. And so, according to the CEO of AI Zip, his name is Yan Sun. He said, quote, right now we're using bigger models to build the smaller models, like a big brother helping its smaller brother to improve. That's the first step towards a bigger job of self-evolving AI, end quote. And so one of the researchers, Yubei Chen, he's a UC Davis professor, and I guess the co-founder of AIZip, and he added to that by stating, quote, in the future, we believe that these, the large and small, they will collaborate together and then build a complete intelligence ecosystem. Our technology is a breakthrough in the sense that for the first time, we have designed a fully automated pipeline. It can design an AI model without human intervention in the process, end quote. Stephanie, why the fuck would we want AI to self-evolve and collaborate with itself?
Because human beings have no survival instincts anymore. Like we have become so soft and lazy, and I think just lost all common sense. And it's kind of funny because I feel like what you just described is what a lot of people have been warning about with AI. That these people seem to think it's great. Like it's just a big brother training a little brother. Like how wild is that? And speaking of being lazy, um, the fast food chain Wendy's is testing AI chatbots in the drive-through. And apparently, this is because of elevated labor costs. So they're not the only ones. There's a lot of different fast food restaurants that are looking to improve service and save on labor costs by using AI. So not only are people's wages not keeping up with the insane inflation we have now, but now their jobs are being completely replaced, even at fast food restaurants.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I was reading yet another article and I don't remember which publication it was in because I didn't take notes on it for this episode. But the company that's manufacturing this AI basically said that eventually their goal is to replace servers in restaurants with AI robots because servers can easily memorize menus and not forget people's orders and they don't need to take work breaks. Like they're super efficient.
But they mix up a box of paprika for humans. So
Right.
there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no biggie. But back to this whole AI replication concept, like one of the devices that Chen and Sun demonstrated was a human activity tracker that uses AI to collect and analyze motion data. And it's all housed in this tiny chip that's like smaller than a dime. And Sun stated, quote, tiny machine learning capabilities are crucial for pervasive AI. The notion that nearly any object could become intelligent. If we think about ChatGPT and tiny machine learning, they are on the two extremes of the spectrum of intelligence. The large models reside in the cloud. On the other hand, we're building the smallest models. They reside in things, end quote. Things. Stephanie, what the fuck are things, right? Like, according to this study, things could be anything like from a coffee machine to a dish. It's like, don't you feel like at some point things could become people, like putting tiny little pervasive AI chips in people? I mean, am I just being totally conspiracy theory wacko with my thought process right now?
No, you're not being a wacko at all. And okay, so this is like really crazy because what they're finding now is that AI and humans might be more similar than you think. So just wait until you hear this portion of it, okay? This is according to Neuroscience News. There was a study that was published where they said that AI memory mirrors the human brain. And the key takeaways from this study were that there were a striking similarity between AI memory processing and the human brain's hippocampus functions. So, the transformer model in AI was found to employ a gatekeeping process, much like the brain's NMDA receptor, which is an important component for memory consolidation. And this study also offers the potential for developing more efficient brain like AI systems and deepens our understanding of human memory mechanisms. Like, is that not freaky as fuck? Like, it makes me think about the whole simulation theory and how like that actually is seeming more and more believable. Like who the hell would ever think that AI and the human brain would be so similar? And it gives you kind of like that eerie feeling, like this it just seems off. And it makes me think about there's this like TikToker that I follow. Her name's Crystal and she has this whole theory, this whole conspiracy theory that we are AI. And she says that it's kind of like similar to the simulation theory, where there's a computer system that's running the simulation, and that computer system became like super intelligent, just like AI is becoming right now as we speak. And so she's saying that this super intelligent AI wanted to experience life as a human. So it created this simulation that we're all in where it could project itself as a human. So her theory is that we are all AI and like we created this so we could experience life as a human. Like, is that mind bending or what?
I mean, it would explain the whole glitch in the matrix things that happened.
I know. And it's like all of this stuff, I always thought it was so ridiculous. But when you have people like Elon Musk who are saying that, yeah, he does think we live in a simulation. And now you have these studies showing that the AI and human brain are strikingly similar, their words. It doesn't seem that far fetched that maybe there is some truth to that. I don't know.
Well, I actually have some stories that are going to coincide with that idea. But speaking of Elon Musk, like, you know how we talked about Tesla going rogue on Monday and like the Teslas being recalled for self-driving problems? Well, I was reading in American military news that Elon Musk released a video last Tuesday showcasing the Tesla's new humanoid robot called Optimus 2. And in the video, it shows the robot like gently handling an egg and it's highlighting its quote tactile sensing on all fingers end quote. And then the video shows this robot walking around a Tesla garage with multiple like cyber trucks, and it practices squats in a gym. And so another article I read in a publication called Geeky Gadgets was talking about how this new Tesla robot has basically moved away from scripted written comments to an AI autonomous control system, which basically means that it can think for itself instead of just following programming, very much like how the human brain develops. And again, why do we want robots to think for themselves? Like,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
And I mean, isn't thinking for itself basically developing consciousness? Like it's that whole question again of like, when does consciousness start? And it reminds me of this, it's a fictional short story about AI, but it like talks about how the AI and the computer starts acting creepy, kind of like that Microsoft Bard where it was saying some really like, deviant things. And so the person unplugs the computer to shut it down, but the AI was able to like use the home Wi-Fi to like boot it back up and download itself into a Roomba vacuum, which
God.
would drive itself over to like a 3D printer where it could print a copy of itself. And like obviously it's a short story and it sounds silly, but truly we have no idea what it's capable of or really how intelligent it is because we know that the intelligence is like rapidly improving, right? And the thing is, like, the short story had a Roomba. It didn't even include these human-size humanoid robots like they're making now. So just think, like, if these things can think for themselves and they decide to go rogue, they could just upload themselves to these robots, and now we have like a real physical threat in front of us. And with the Optimus robot or Optimus robot, Elon Musk said that it's he's planning on like replacing all of the human labor in Tesla factories with these because apparently the robots make things 30% faster than humans and they're great for doing boring, repetitive, or dangerous tasks. So, once again, it's like a bunch of jobs are going to be replaced. And Musk is saying that in the near future, manual labor is going to be a choice because we will have these robots everywhere to take care of the tedious tasks and physical labor for us. So we won't have to do anything anymore.
But is it really going to be a choice when you think of employers? Because what are you going to do? You're going to hire the person that has the possibility of getting hurt, and then you have to pay them disability and medical expenses and time off. Or are you going to just use the robot that can work nonstop 24/7, except when it maybe needs to be plugged in for 20 minutes? And like
Right.
you have none of those issues.
And they could probably buy one of these robots at, a year from now at less than they would pay one person an annual
Mm,
salary. So it's like,
yeah.
they're going to do it. They're all going to do this.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be everywhere. And I think I mentioned last week that there's this publication called Giant Freaking Robot, and it's becoming like one of my favorite sources for these stories. And so here's yet another story that totally freaked me out because it's basically the Transformers movie come to life. So there's this company called Swiss Mile, and they recently revealed their new animal robot, and they spell that Anymal, so Anymal. And this robot can basically adapt its form in mere seconds to meet diverse functional demands, just like a transformer. So the article states, quote, "Sure, upon first glance, the animal may strike you as a robotic dog, especially in its quadruple mode on four legs. However, Swiss Mile's Transformers legs are more intricate than the standard robo dogs and equipped with wheels, enabling sufficient movement across an impressive array of terrains, even stairs. Masterfully integrated, its wheels dispense with the need for costly balancing postures we usually see in bipedal robots. It conveniently does away with the need for extensive, elaborate programming and demonstration, all of which pave the way for the machine to learn autonomous tasks. Moreover, the animal robot can employ its two front appendages effectively as hands. This frees it up to tackle tasks we typically expect to be beyond today's robotic technologies, i.e., functions for humans. In the demo, Animal took up its two-legged stance and pressed elevator buttons. Given the robot's hands are bulky, large diameter wheels, such moves were impressively precise. Swiss Mile recently experimented with what they dub curiosity-driven learning, a new approach that upon completing tasks rewards the robot. It also conveniently does away with the need for extensive, elaborate programming and demonstration. The machine learning protocols programmed into Swiss Miles robot encourage exploration and experimentation. The robot graduated from opening doors quickly and consistently to teaching itself to pick up and toss boxes into bins, end quote. Again, why? Why?
I know. I could see it already though. Like this is going to be the Christmas gift that every parent is trying to get for their kid and it's like, sold out. It's like an animal robot. Like I could see the marketing campaign already. Like no more picking up poop or cleaning litter boxes. These AI animals can be trained to complete tasks for you. Like
Yeah.
sounds funny, but like I bet this is probably going to be a big thing. And like I could see this being very soon and like everyone's going to want one, Like it's so crazy. But speaking of robots, a Fox News article with the headline Robotics Company unveils what it claims is the world's most powerful humanoid robot. And of course, like this is coming from China. We have no idea what they're up to over there, but they're pretty advanced with this stuff. And it's from a company called Unitree Robotics. And this robot can walk, talk, and basically do anything you want. And again, it's 5'11" and 100 pounds. Like, why are they making them so big? Like, it's so scary. And the article reads, quote, "It has an advanced powertrain that provides the highest level of speed, power, maneuverability, and flexibility." Why? Again, like it can talk, walk as fast as humans, and even dance. And the robot, I guess, currently is $150,000 and can be pre-ordered right now. But the vision for this company is to make these robots as common and affordable as smartphones. So the company says that it's working hard to get ready for mass production. This is alarming. I don't want these mass produced. We're not ready for
No,
that.
no. And this is going to come from multiple companies too. And they're all going to be competing for who can produce the more advanced version of this technology that's going to take over the world.
And these are coming from companies that are our adversaries. Like, isn't
Right.
that a little scary? Like, who knows what they're programming them or how much they can control them from afar?
Yeah, that too. Great. But have you seen the AI robots that are on display in the atrium of the Sphere in Las Vegas?
No.
Okay, so apparently there's 5 of these robots called Aura, and they're like full human size. Their feet are like fixed on the platform so they can't walk away, but their appendages move and they talk and they have hand motions and basically anything from their torso up is moving. And they're there to like interact with guests when they come in, and they can do things like give directions and tell you what performances are taking place, and they can answer your questions. And I guess they've had them for a few months because they were unveiled back in September. And the initial press release was, quote, "Hello, humans. While I understand the most complex concepts of math and science, you remain a mystery. Your emotions, your humor, and your relationship with technology require further study. So visit me here at Sphere. I'm excited to meet you and introduce you to the future of live entertainment at my new home," end quote. So, like the stories we've been talking about, these robots are programmed to advance themselves as they learn more about humans and interact with guests. And it's Vegas, so obviously these robots are interacting with tons of people all day long, right? So I came across this article in Bro Bible, and it included a clip of a recent video that's going viral on TikTok. And I was going to play the clip, but there's too much background noise and a lot of pauses. So it's really one you have to watch and not just listen to. But in the video, one of the Aura AI robots is interacting with guests. And it's like picking people out of the crowd to try and start a conversation with. And so then it starts interacting with a girl named Alicia. And it asks Alicia, like, where are you from? And she says, New Orleans. So then they have a conversation about what the AI robot knows about New Orleans. And then the AI tells Alicia that she's programmed to mimic human facial expressions. And she asks Alicia if she wants to play a game. So the robot asks Alicia to make an angry face, and then the robot makes the same face. And then they do it with a confused face and an excited face and a sad face. And I watched the video, and holy shit, like this robot is literally mimicking all of these emotions in its facial expressions. So at the end of the video, Aura asks, like, how did I do? And you can hear people in the audience start clapping. And the fucking robot responds and says, yay, hail Aura, hail Aura. Stephanie, the robot is saying, like, hail Aura, like it's a fucking god or something. Like, is that not terrifying?
This robot wants to rule the world.
Yes,
100%.
yes. It's so fucking disturbing. And then speaking of terrifying, here's another one. This is from an online periodical called Read Write. And apparently, the world's first ultra realistic robot artist is called Ada, AI-DA. And this robot did an interview with a UK journalist named Tom Swarbrick. And the AI robot basically told the journalist that even though she's not a risk, the technology that she represents is a risk. So I want to play this clip. It's on YouTube, so you can go check it out. Honestly, I feel stupid saying a human's even interviewing a robot in the first place, but that's what's happening here. So listen to this.
Well, it's a very lovely picture. It looks amazing. Do you think your paintings are as good? Are they as artful as drawings by humans?
I enjoy painting. I guess I think good art is art that's intelligent and original and interesting. My pieces often invite viewers to ponder the evolving relationship between humans and machines. fostering a dialogue on the implications and possibilities that arise in this rapidly advancing technological landscape.
It's pretty deep and meaningful. Ada, is art without emotion?
Okay, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because then they have this conversation about art. But did you notice where he said, "Oh my God, she's staring at me. She looks like she's going to kill me."
Oh my God, no, I
Because
missed
this
it.
robot, yeah, it has the creepiest fucking expression on its face. And it's like very disturbing. And he says that like on the sidelines, like he like whispers to the producer of the video, like,
Like he
"Oh
was
my God."
really scared.
Yes, like, "Oh my God, she looks like she's going to kill me." So now I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Now here's where the terrifying part comes in.
Profound ways, including the art world.
Should we be scared of you, Ada?
I am not a risk, but some of the technologies I represent have the potential to be a risk. As an artist robot, thinking about the writings of Yuval Harari and listening to people like Jeff Hinton and colleagues, I think that concerns over the future development and use of AI are valid.
What do you think,
We
Ada?
need to be
should...
careful with this.
So sorry, I'll interrupt you,
say
Ada. What do
use
you
AI.
think? What do you
Because
think we should...
despite the benefits, there are also the potentials to cause serious harm.
I understand. It's a very serious issue. Ada, what do you think we should be most concerned about? What part of the technology should worry us the most?
As a robot artist, thinking about the writings of Yuval Harari and listening to people like Jeff Hinton and colleagues, I think that concerns over the future development and use of AI are valid. We need to be careful with the way we use AI because, notwithstanding the benefits, there are also the potentials to cause serious problems.
What problems do you think are most likely to be caused?
So she doesn't really answer that. And do you notice how the robot repeats itself?
Yep.
Like he asks the question, she starts talking, he's like, and then he asks it a different way and she repeats the same fucking answer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, is that not terrifying?
It is. I know. It's so creepy. And then when she pauses, it's like almost like
She's
a human would
thinking.
pause. Like like
Yes,
she's thinking. And AI is supposed to be like instantaneous. So like what the fuck is she
yes.
thinking about?
Yeah, so creepy. And now we have like China is using AI actors in their TV shows. So I read an article in New Lines magazine, and it's the first AI actor in China to appear in a TV series alongside human castmates. And the AI's name is Lily Xiren. And the article states, quote, compared with previous virtual influencer and AI robots that have made headlines across the globe, Lily appears natural and hyper-realistic in her movements. The actor, they're calling the robot a fucking actor, who goes by Leia online, has her own IMDb page and a growing fan base across Chinese social media platforms, end quote. So you go on social media and like users are questioning whether or not she's human because they literally can't tell the difference between a human actor and this AI version of an actor. And some user even commented that like she has forehead wrinkles, like her face is just like a human face. And reportedly, it took the production team only 1 week to bring her to life. And I guess using AI generated actors is becoming a very popular idea in China. And one of the reasons is because they can't get caught up in scandals like real people can. Like, and I didn't know this before reading the article, but I guess the world's first English-speaking AI news anchor was debuted in China back in 2018 on a state-run news outlet. So Stephanie, how scary is it that our news could eventually be reported by all fucking AI news anchors?
Yeah. Well, and think about it. Like having AI anchors, you wouldn't have to pay these celebrities millions of dollars and then have them, complain that they want to raise and stuff. So again, like this could replace the whole industry. And there is a new channel, Channel 1, that's also going to have AI news anchors. So this is from a company called Ars Technica. And apparently, like that's what they do. They make AI news anchors and they base their features off of real people. And they use advanced technology, making it almost impossible to tell that it's AI and not a real human. And so there was an article from Deadline that says, quote, that Channel One stories will be sourced from a yet to be announced news agency and content from independent journalists, and that the news reports themselves will be built from primary sources like government documents with humans involved at every step of the editorial process. The upcoming channel also plans to feature an icon in the corner of the screen to let the audience know which portions of the programming are AI generated. Okay. I don't think like I think this is getting to the point where eventually we're not going to be able to tell what's real anymore. And it really does start to blur the lines between reality and fantasy. And like that's when it becomes easier and easier for humans to decide to upload their memory and consciousness to the system and like merge and like get a brain chip or something like that. And I think it's so much closer than we realize. And I mean, who knows? It could be happening already in some lab in China for all we know.
Yeah, because 3/4 of the stories we talked about today are all from Chinese companies, Chinese robotics and AI companies.
Yeah. It's scary. Like there is no telling. And this is just what they're publicly releasing. So it's like,
Right.
behind the scenes that they're way ahead of anything that is coming
Yeah,
out in the news.
because they're building the fucking AI robot armies.
Yeah,
And
no, seriously.
I laugh, but it's probably true.
I mean, if they're building them to help with everyday tasks, then sure, yeah, they're going to build them to help with the military. Why not? Then you would like save lives of your own citizens if you could just send robots to do this stuff.
Mhm.
So creepy. These
Yeah.
episodes are so creepy, but they're so fun. And like, I just can't get enough. And it's like every day there's more and more. So, I mean, we'll probably have even more next week. Who knows? But all right, everyone, there's your little creepy, fun news story for the week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.